Well, hello everyone. This is Lynn Hudorovich, and I've got Elena Agrizzi here from Venice, Italy, and I have had such the honor of knowing her and growing with her over the past 2 years. And I'm so inspired, Elena, by your story, and I would like to just let you introduce yourself and let our followers know here who you help and how you do it.
Thank you very much. I'm so honored to be here with you. It's such a pleasure, and also because I know you personally, and
Yes.
I really respect and you so much. You're such an amazing woman.
Thank you.
Um, I'm the owner and founder of Magic Inspired Living, and I totally believe in magic. Magic in the sense that when we live by design, when we live as we are deeply in our heart, everything just become easy and magical, and it's completely different way of living from what I used to experience before. So I really help women entrepreneurs to get out of overwhelm and struggle, and to step in this new reality where of wonder, of flow, of magic, where you can really experience the synchronicity of life, the intuitions, the signal that comes from the universe and leads you where you really are supposed to be.
Amazing. Well, that's so exciting to hear about. And I love the magic. And I see that you help women get out of the struggle and the overwhelm. So where does that fit into what you do?
Well, my ideal clients are just me. I mean, 10 years ago, when I have a lot of energy, and my clients too. So they tend to do a lot of things. They want to help everybody. They want to be everywhere. They're so passionate about their family, their children, they work. So they really tend to overdo and just find out by myself, and that's why I'm helping them to do the same. That of course, you can push yourself up to the limit, and even as I could really, that's the wall I'm going to pass through. But maybe if you just stay still and take a step backwards, you can just realize that there is a door just open there for you, and you can just turn the corner and be there in a second. So I really help these women to stop and breathe, first of all, and then to tune in with the music, with the silence, with the presence they have inside of them, and to start deciding again what we really want, where I want to go, who I'm meant to help, and really step into a completely different dimension where you create from within. You're not only driven by anything that is out there that brings you here and there, but you really become a creator of your life. You decide what you want to manifest, what you want to give energy to, what you want to grow, and what you can simply let go. It's time maybe to let go of something.
It so is time. And thank you so much for sharing that. The point of this summit that we're putting on here together is to show women, show newer entrepreneurs what is possible, because we were there and they are there in that place of, can I do it? I'm stuck. I'm overwhelmed. I'm doing everything for everyone. And you and I both know that it is a journey. So where are you now? Let's look at where you are now, and then take a quick step back to look at where you were and how far you've come, and then give some advice to these entrepreneurs who have big dreams and know they're meant for greatness, what they can do to own their shine and radiance and get confident and be where they desire to be. So where are you now as far as your success in your business? First.
Well, for me, my life and my business is really one thing. It, it,
Yes.
it's so my business is a part of my life, and my life is part of my business at the same time. So I can tell you that now I love myself. I love my life, the life I created. That include my amazing man, my son, my house, my family,
And
and
I've seen the pictures, sorry to interrupt, and it really is amazing. He's amazing. Yes, I love it. I totally agree.
and I really I couldn't believe it to be possible just 2 years ago. It's not such a long time ago, but really in 2 years I totally transformed completely my life. And it was a beautiful life, but it was not my life anymore. So I had to be true to myself. I had to stop and say, this is the life that probably a lot of people would love to have, but this is not what I meant to live now. And some people tell me you are courageous, and the answer is yes and no, because I'm sure the many women that are listening to the recording or to they know that at a certain point you simply cannot stand it anymore. This is a no coming out of your soul and say, stop it, I cannot handle all of this. And somehow what I call the universe, God, is really pushing you to the limit to say you cannot handle it anymore, stop it, change it, and 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 really this is what happened one night, really looking at the moon, because I'm so connected with the stars, the world, the sky. It's a beautiful way to get present and to admire nature in his perfection. Looking at the moon and how beautiful she is, I simply said, I need help. I want to change everything. I will. And only by making this declaration out loud, I mean, something shifted, you know. And and then step by step, I started to meet the right seminar I had to attend, and the right person that was just introducing me to the other person. And step, I didn't even know how to do it, but it was a process of faith in trusting my heart desire, and started the journey. And I knew that I was not alone in this journey. And then I could find these people to support me, the finance to support me. And I just have to be out there, be present, be willing to do the journey.
Yes, and I'm so glad you did. You're inspiring so many women and changing their lives, helping them change their lives as well. So once you made that declaration that you were going to live this bigger life, great things were happening, you said. Did you have any like roadblocks or bumps along the way that made you struggle, or mindset block, self-worth, confidence, once you had decided that you were going to go for this?
Oh yes, but I had all of them. Really, disability issue. I had a work that I was a teacher for in high school. So in a very well-known school with a lot of people that knew me, my family were for sure going to say that I was totally crazy to leave that job. And I was also married.
That, sorry to interrupt. I didn't know that. I was a teacher as well, and we are very connected. Yes, I can very
Yes, we are.
think so many service-based entrepreneurs, whether you be educators or in the medical field, like you get that because it's just about giving. So keep going. You didn't want to interrupt. I was just so excited.
And this included also my ex-husband, because I totally realized that he couldn't understand my urge to change, to transform, to go for the bigger picture, and to and to keep growing. So part of this journey also meant to divorce. And I don't mean that everybody should divorce, but for sure it was not easy. Of course, it was. We worked. I knew him since I was 16, so it was a long time that we knew each other. It was really kind of. There were some times when I really felt like I was dying. Well, I died. I mean, I'm not the person that I was 2 years ago, not for sure. In so many different senses, and I mean, I live a completely different life, and I am a completely different person. So sometimes it was really like, I'm not going to survive, and it was true, because that Elena was not going to survive, you know, but that was necessary in order to born again.
And what a blessing for you to be able to share that story here, because I think so many entrepreneurs, I know I did 2 years ago, feel alone. We, felt alone. Like, am I the only one struggling with visibility issues? Am I the only one having problems in my marriage because I'm up leveling, but he's not, he doesn't get it? Am I the only one who is afraid of what people are going to think when I declare that I'm leaving my job? And the answer is no. And here you're seeing it from Elena, from so many other women's stories that we're sharing here, and really get this, that you are not alone. So I want to know from you, what was it for you that took you from I'm dying inside to, wow, I'm living this amazing life?
Well, I was not fully aware when I started. Because
of what? I agree, but I want to know what specifically.
I'm not fully aware of what I had to face and the huge transformation was, started in myself. And that was good, because I would probably have been scared. But it's scary even if you don't know exactly, But I don't know, there were so many little things that I was not even aware of. But at a certain point, I simply had to face the fact that that was not my life, and I couldn't stay there anymore, And so I had to find the support, and it's starting from leaving my job. That was the first thing I did. And actually, I believe somehow God, the universe, made me face a reality that, I saw that I couldn't keep going. It was really like something that happened in my job that I found like it was totally injustice, not for me, but for my students and my son that was part of the school. So the school system, well, in Italy, but it's not only in Italy, can be terrible or a wonderful learning experience, because it was a wonderful learning experience in the end, And actually, but thanks to that crisis, I was really able to look inside myself. As I say, I'm just like confining myself into a system that I cannot change. And I'm not reaching the results I want, because I'm so compressed here in this system that I wanted to explode, And that just gave me the courage to say no. And it was just by listening to, it was on Facebook, it was a Facebook Live, about women and freedom, and just probably as we are doing now for some women out there, and say, oh yes, it's true. I don't want to keep living this life. I don't have to, I can give myself a possibility and go for what I truly want. And a part of me was also judging myself because I'm too old, to go for what I want. And then I realized, what do you mean? I mean, if I had 1 year to live, if I had 1 day to live, I want to live at the fullest. I mean, I don't want to live it in prison or even if it's a golden prison. I don't want to live it here. I need to be able to express myself. I need to be able to um, to be who I am, mainly, and also to be happy. It's really to allow myself to be happy and to do the things I love the most.
Yes, yes, yes. We've had such similar journeys. And I don't often recommend leave your job prior to getting consistent clients. Like, you can figure out how to do both or taper back. But I hear from you, and it was the same scenario for me. I needed to leave my job in order to like let that identity transform into the new identity. So the identity of being in that profession was keeping me and my mindset at that level, which is powerful for what it is, but it isn't this kind of work. It isn't, it's the same mindset, like empowerment kind of work, but mentally, in order to be visible, you need to grow. So,
well, actually, at that time, I was already an entrepreneur. So I was a teacher and an entrepreneur and a mentor. I had 3 jobs at the same time, plus the house and my son, of course, the family and everything. So sometimes I look back and I say, how could I do it all, And for me, it was really giving myself permission to only do what I love the most, and not keep myself busy and working 20 hours per day, because this is what I was doing to myself. And part of the reason why I was keeping myself so busy is because so that I couldn't think too much, because every time I stopped, I suffered. I was suffering. I had to listen to my soul saying, "What are you doing? I cannot stay here anymore." And so I keep myself busy, so that so that I couldn't think too much. I couldn't listen too much to my inner voice craving for something different. So that time was really cleaning and allowing myself to live really, truly from what I love the most, and give myself permission to be a full-time entrepreneur without other income or other activities, and to focus only on one thing.
Hence the work with struggle and overwhelm, right?
Yes.
And you do work with intuition and femininity and personal power, I see, as well.
Yes.
That comes from your story.
Yes, absolutely. So, because I was in that energy of like manly way of doing things, like I can push through, I can have things done and listen, but this is not me anymore. I really, from a family point of view, I can really manifest much more and things that are much more in alignment with who I am, without all that effort or the struggle or the competition and whatever. I really just need to be me and share and be there and support, and it is that easy.
It's easy in one aspect, like looking in hindsight, right? But for these so many women in this situation of just their dream is just right there, but how do I get there? Because I can't press Facebook Live, or I don't know why I just can't create a free offer, or I can't write emails to my list, like I'm just shut down, right? It doesn't feel easy in the moment. So what advice would you have for these women who are like, I don't know why, but I can't get clear on my target market? It should be easy, but it's not.
I totally understand that, and what I tell to my clients is really stop doing it just because you have to. Stop doing. If it doesn't excite you, don't do it. Give yourself permission to stop, and not because anyway, if you do it just because you have to, you will have no results. This is what because the energy that comes out is really creepy. Like, oh, I have to, but I'm scared, but then this, but then that. And so what you put out in the world, it's a bag full of doubts and you know, and fears, and it's not what you want to put there. So you better, I mean, just don't do it if you are not 100% committed to it.
Yes.
And then to be really, truly 100% committed to it, find that passion inside of you, find that creativity, do it in another way, do it in a way that is fun, that you can play with it, that it's only you, and that's the best way to get out of overwhelm and struggle. It's really like, let's have fun, let's do it my way, let's be me. So I mean, when you are yourself, it's not that difficult to, so I help them to with creative tools to get in touch with their creativity that probably they lost somewhere, you know, as I had lost mine. And you know, whenever you step into your creativity again, you start being unique, because that's your own formula. That's you creating something from a place of joy, and that's so powerful and effortless at that time when you reach that level of.
It is very powerful, and it is so needed. And I don't think that in this world of marketing of, I'll help you get your first 10K month or 6 figures, and you know, like, not everybody's speaking about the energy behind your work. And it is so important, especially for women like us and our ideal clients, and even their ideal clients, that feel more deeply and are more connected to nature and more connected to the energies and emotions of others, and taking it on. If we're not aware, we're taking it on as ourselves, and it's my fault, and it's my problem, and it's, I'm guilty, or I'm ashamed, or I'm not worthy, all of these things that we tell ourselves, but really channeling that energy, having fun. I love what you said about that. So true. That was new for me also. Growing up, of you just do it, you do the job, you pull through, and getting really in alignment with our own enjoyment and fun and love and desires, and that leads to inspired action. So
yes, and also to know yourself so well that you know your area of genius, and do what you are so good. I mean, do that, and really learn to delegate your things that you cannot do as good as somebody else. It's really, you can even collaborate with people and create a good synergy, that I can help you, you can help me. But I mean, as an entrepreneur, we tend to do everything, you know, and I mean, it's difficult to do everything at the top level. So
because we carry that energy from our former career into this. But I wanted to just note before we finish up here is what you just said about getting to know yourself, because that for me was a huge shock. That, like you said, I wasn't aware, and I wasn't either when I started. I thought, I'm going to have, you know, success right out of the gates because I'm successful in everything I do, right? But the whole entire first year was a self-discovery year. And if you can become aware of that, everyone who is watching this here, that it's okay to take that time as you're learning business, as you're getting your systems and structures in place and building on clarity. And I say building because it's a process, right? But don't punish yourself for this period of self-discovery, because when you're in a job or career that you studied for and you're just doing, and you have bosses and you're doing things for everybody else, you don't really take the time or even think it's important to get to know yourself on a deep level. So I really appreciate that you said that. It's like,
punishing yourself or blaming on yourself, or it's just a waste of time. Really, it doesn't serve you good. You would not do that to your child. So why would you do that to you? It's really like everything is really a learning experience. And we really need as women to learn to be gentle with ourselves. And that doesn't mean to get lazy, but we really need to understand that being an entrepreneur is something completely different that to be in a normal job. And so you need to take the time to understand the process, to understand yourself, to get through your fears, and that requires a lot of self-love.
yes.
Not punishment and this kind. And that's probably the first thing to really truly learn, to love yourself in the process of because it's quite, as I said before, it's really like dying and finding birth again. So I mean, you don't want to do this to your baby. So you really need to nurture, to be understanding, and still, I mean, move forward. But
so true. So much self-love, self-discovery, determination. What are some of the other things you said? Just connecting with source, giving yourself permission.
And when you are truly passionate about what you do, all this is, I mean, it's already there. You just need to keep going, and so you don't have to force yourself to be committed, because you are already committed by your passion, and you cannot stop, because this is so important to you, to your soul, to your community, that you cannot stop. So let's keep going. Let's find the help you need. Yes. Let's find solution instead of problems. You really stop looking at the problems. Okay, who do I need? What can I do? Really get the right focus so you can have the right answer to your questions instead of losing time blaming or doubting or whatever.
Yes, because everything is possible for everyone if you believe in yourself, and failure is a choice ultimately, right? Keep going, keep getting up. We've all fallen. And so is there anything else that you'd like to say to newer entrepreneurs struggling to find their own, to create their own power and their own personal?
Yes, don't stay into struggle and overwhelm. That's not serving you. Really find help, find support from community, from a coach, from really tune in and find out, what do I need to keep going, and find it. And this is so important. You're not alone. There are many women like you. They're really here to help you. So don't stay there. In order to have a different result, you need also to apply different strategies sometimes. So don't stay there. Get out and join the club. And
I love that.
Absolutely.
We're not meant to do this alone. So get the support.
No. And also the feminine power is not like that. It's really like we're here to support each other. And even me and you, we are very much doing quite the same thing, even if we are a different person. And we don't believe in such things like competition, but really like sharing and supporting. And we truly know in our heart that the right clients will arrive to us because something just clicked inside themselves, and they know they want you or me, and that's the point. So,
and for you, beautiful soul who is listening in on this, it applies to you as well. And Elena and I wish you so many blessings. Thank you for tuning in. And you can reach out to Elena. Her links are here, and you can get on her email list, join her groups, and we look forward to seeing you again get support. Thank you for tuning in. Have a beautiful day. Is there anything you'd like to close out with, Elena?
Yes, I have a quiz. I have a link to a quiz if you want to how magical is your life. So if you want to if you like quizzes, as I do, try the quiz and see the results, how magical is your life and how you can improve, making it even more magical.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, we hope you enjoyed this.
Thank you very much for inviting me here, and see you soon.
Thank you.